Hey everyone, it's Justin here, Voices for Voices. Thank you so much for coming and watching and listening this episode of the show. We have over 510 other episodes that you can also check out, and we would be grateful if you could do that. Can you give us a thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, reshare, repost, may reach into your pocket or your purse, wherever you carry your phone, and spread the word about the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast to maybe 25 of your contacts in your phone. We would greatly appreciate that. As you know, we are available wherever you find your podcasts. It's been a whirlwind of a week here. The weather's just been blistering hot and pretty humid. So, but that's summertime, yeah, where we live. So we have all the seasons. Uh, it's uh, it's a good time to be alive. So a lot going on. The World Cup, getting started. That's exciting. That's happening here in the United States. Countries, visitors, fans, guests, dignitaries from all over the world visiting the United States. So glad to have you and welcome to the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. I want to give a uh, just a quick update on my friend that has been in the hospital. They did a second procedure with him earlier today, and it being the procedure ended up working this time, and his heart rate is now in rhythm with where the expected range is supposed to be. So uh, that's that's huge. uh, Having a heart rate jumping all around and, being in hospital for a week. And, we talked about in a previous episode, some of the blunders that have occurred during his stay. It's great to hear a um, positive nugget of information uh, here at the end of the week, um, here on the 12th of June, 2026. So hopefully if you're traveling, that you're being safe, that you're having fun. If you have children and they're off school and you're traveling, or just, hanging around, having lemonade stands with them, uh, playing with friends, getting some fresh air, having good, safe, clean fun. That's awesome. I remember that when I was growing up, that we would spend a lot of time outside, and there weren't as many, uh, say, negative situations that had occurred, or at least we weren't hearing about them. So now we do keep a little more of a watch over our children than than we may have in the past. But nonetheless, and then the second part I wanted just to touch right here off the bat is I just closed out the first week in 9 years, maybe 10 years of getting back to the gym, getting back to working out, uh, doing light weights, uh, more reps. So, 12 repetitions or 15, sometimes 25, if we do like with the abs or the back machine. I call it the back machine. So I guess it's like the reverse crunch, like the crunch, for the abs here in the front, and then uh, the other their machine, get the reverse crunch machine, the reverse setup machine. Uh, Anyways, so that's a pretty big milestone for me, getting back to the gym, having consistency, having time off, taking days off. I think I took one day off, maybe two. The goal is, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 to 5 days a week. Uh, will be what I'll probably end up at. Uh, Working on, well, that this as of this morning, I was, working on one particular body part at a time. So that way, if I miss a day, then I would only miss, uh, we're working out one body part. So today I did like the biceps, and so the plan tomorrow, if all goes as planned, uh, either the either chest or the triceps. Usually in the past, when I was going to the gym, I would do biceps and triceps on the same day. So I may do triceps tomorrow. We'll see. Um, we'll see. I think the key is one of the keys is getting started at anything. So just like I said, getting started and then continuing, that consistency. One week, maybe it's 4 days a week. One week, maybe it's five. And maybe one of those days, it's just, shooting baskets at the basketball hoop. Uh, just the activity, just the moving around, the having the body, moving around is, I think, just the key for me because I've spent so much time sitting and sitting and sitting and sitting and sitting some more. That sedentary lifestyle that I have been in for a long, long, long time. So I think no matter what I do when I go to the gym, it doesn't really matter because, like I said, I'm not intending to go to any type of bodybuilding competition. So it's really more for, the self-esteem, the um, the dopamine, all those chemicals in our head that uh, help us lower stress. And and so that's I would say, having my friend have a good procedure and then finishing the first full week back, which started with a 3-day trial, and then started with the full year membership following that 3-day trial. It just feels good. It feels good. It, and with it being summertime, warmer weather, sun's out, a lot of blue skies, a lot of sun. And so it's a little easier to make that decision to go to the gym, to work out, to do any activity. I think that for me is big, and a lot of people they'll start maybe their membership, their gym. membership at the beginning of the year. Um, like a New Year's resolution. Okay, I'm gonna join the gym and all that. Here I am in June, and it, it's uh it's like, okay, it's in June. It's not in January, and it doesn't matter when you start. I think starting, like I said, is a big deal, and then the consistency is huge because as we know, it's easy to stop. It's easy to forget, it's easy to be busy. It's very easy to be lazy. It's easy to be lazy, very easy to be lazy. I can attest to that. And I talked about this before, but distance. The closer the distance to where you reside also is helpful. Um, if you're driving 5, 10 minutes versus 25, 35 minutes, that makes a big difference because, right, that's time you're going to spend in a vehicle to and from. And so the shorter that time is, then it's easier to go, okay, it's 5 minutes away. Let me just go check. A lot of times I've been there, there's been, different aerobics class, Pilates classes going on. Um, and so there's always that opportunity to join a class here and there once I get my body more in tune of going to the gym and exercising muscles that haven't been exercised in, like I said, 9, 10 years. Uh, and it's probably been more than that. Because even before that, I really wasn't going to the gym. It, it was really I say I'm like 18, 19 to maybe 25 or 27. I don't know. So it ranged somewhere in there is where I was making it a point to going to the gym. I remember working during the day, so like an 8 to 5 job, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I would go to my MBA classes, Master of Business Administration classes, like 6 to 9, 6 to 9:30. And then I would sometimes go work out 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. And I could definitely not do that now. Absolutely no. I couldn't do that now. It's yeah, it's I'll say it's hard enough as it is. So I would say find hobbies, find things that you like to do, make you feel good. I mean, it doesn't and hasn't taken, my depression and anxiety and hasn't taken all those away. They're still there. Um, it's just more of, okay, my body is more in motion than it has been. And so it feels good to do that. Uh, so again, we'll check back, throughout the year, and as time goes by, and I hope and pray that I continue on this path, just moving my body around more is the big goal. Doesn't matter how many pounds or kilograms, that you curl or bench press or leg press or any. any lat pull down. Uh, that doesn't matter. It's just about, not getting hurt, moving your body around. And again, I'm trying this new uh, this new method for me, where it makes it a little easier, I think, to go to the gym by doing like one or focusing on one body part per workout. I think that is helpful. I mean, definitely was today. Uh, by doing that, it was like, okay, I'm doing I'm focusing on one body part. And then the next day I'll focus on another. And again, if there's any times where I miss a block of time traveling, just being lethargic for a while, um, I would have to miss pretty much a whole week to miss all the body parts, biceps, triceps, shoulders, back, chest, legs, it would have to be, very close to a week to miss all those. Whereas if I would miss 1 or 2 or 3 days, then that would just be three body parts, and then I would just pick up where I left off. And so I would think in my mind, what was the first one I missed? And then I would do that first day back. What was the second one I missed? And then do that. And then just keep on, utilizing that cycle. And then at some point, I might go backwards. We want to keep our muscles, guessing. So let's just say that every Monday, uh, I do biceps. Well, it's going to get old at some point. So then I would switch it up, then you would switch it up, and it also helps. Just again, it's almost like just a little bit of a surprise to your muscles and my muscles of like, oh, we were doing this for on Mondays for a month, and now we're gonna do it on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. Uh, the reason I'm talking so much about this is because there's so much flexibility built in at the gym, a gym, or even if you're not going to the gym, Tai Chi, Taichi, you can do those. You don't need any weights. You can do those where you reside. Uh, that was a little bit of how I got started. I saw it on my or Instagram feed. And I was like, I can do that. And there was like maybe 30 different Tai Chi movements or exercises. And I only did a handful of them. I do maybe one or two a day. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I can look at getting back to the gym. So on days where I may be traveling and I still want to get some kind of a workout in, I could do just a Tai Chi exercise or two or three or one. And then I would still feel like I accomplished something, that my body was in constant motion for a period of time. So I think that flexibility is big. Having a jump rope, I got a 3 pound jump rope, so it's just a little bit heavier. I guess I don't even know what a regular jump rope, as far as, very light. And and so my thought was, well, if I have that jump rope and I do Tai Chi, if I want, then I can do a workout at home, even if I am home and I'm not traveling and not away from a gym and not able to find one nearby. It just gives you, again, that flexibility, those options. They are very helpful because it doesn't make us get stuck in our ways the way it could do. Of, oh, like I said, oh, it's Monday and now I got to do, the biceps. And the other thing is to think about there's machines and then there's the free weights. And so that's another way you can be flexible. And that's a little bit of what I did today, actually. Um, was that where I think the first time during the trial that I was doing my biceps, I was my rotation included some free weights. So those are the ones where, you lift with one hand or and then you do the movements versus having a machine. And so it helps guide the movement. Uh, and so that's another way to be flexible. Uh, Not like body flexible, but well, I guess in a way. But as far as which way you work out your biceps. And so I think, changing that up of not being so rigid and structured in the workout, then that also can help the muscles. Uh, because they could be thinking, and I know our muscles can't think, but you go where I'm going, where, well, we we were used to this workout, and now is doing a couple of other variations. And I think that's probably one of the other reasons why I like going to the gym. I don't know why it's taken me this long to kind of at least think about getting back into, again, I'm only a weekend, so I can't, as far as, results and all that, it's going to take a lot more time to get those. So I can't say like, and nobody's perfect, and I'm definitely not perfect. So the key is just not to worry about what others are doing. It's easy to get, look at others like, oh, they're lifting 20 pounds or they're lifting 40 pounds. And like when I go, I'm just very focused. I just try to keep my head down and just I want to maximize my time, be efficient. I don't want to be at the gym all day. Uh, I just want to get there, get my work done, and and take off. Not to say I wouldn't have a conversation if I saw somebody I knew. I'm just not one. Again, this I guess goes back to me being introverted. The I'm there for a mission. I'm there to work out. I'm there to complete exercises and lift weights and for whatever body part that it is that I'm doing. Or maybe I do double up and next time I do biceps and triceps. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Somebody will tell you there's probably a right answer, a wrong answer. But as long as you're happy with what you're doing, just moving the body around, that's all that matters. Don't have to join a bodybuilding competition or the strong man, strong woman competitions. You don't have to do that. You can just be you, which is the whole deal, right? We're just individuals. And so I'm unique, you're unique, we're all unique. So I'm gonna go at a workout one way and you may go at another. Uh I haven't even, so I guess the one thing I haven't done, well, I've walked around the track, I guess like maybe one lap total each day. But there's an option to do that as well as regular cardio equipment, the Stairmasters, the ellipticals, the treadmills, all the bikes, all the different cardio equipment that's also there. And so uh, that's something that I haven't done. And so I probably should, work that into a schedule once or twice a week. I don't know. I don't have to do it for half hour or an hour. I could do maybe like just like a 10-minute light workout. Light, yeah, light workout just to kind of get my body warm. Because I haven't been doing a great job of stretching before I'm lifting. Uh, and cardio can help a little bit with that. So right there, I just found something I can get better at. We can all get better. Wow, time really flew on this episode. Uh, Whether you go to the gym, whether you don't go to the gym, doesn't matter. Uh, do what makes you happy in life, makes you feel good about yourself. That's all that that's all that really matters. And I just wanted to show real quick the shirt I got on. I got one of these, but it's you can't tell, purple, voices for voices. So uh, kind of like these. I think I'm gonna have to get a couple more. Here we go. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you on another episode of the show. Uh, Let everybody know about it. We're we're doing the best we can, and we're helping a lot of people. So we'll see you on another show. Watch, listen, wherever you find your podcasts. And if you can give us that thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, repost, reshare, reach out to contacts in your phone, let them know about the show. We'd love to have have some new followers, some new individuals watching and listening. Because our goal is, at the end of the day, I want to, as part of the show, we want to reach and help at least 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. And I can't do that alone. We can't do that as an organization alone. So if you could help us out, that'd be awesome. Take care, and we'll see you on another episode of the show. Bye for now.